Howdy, everybody. David here, week 47, November 23rd through the 29th. Wow, this is already Thanksgiving week. Who would have already thought that Thanksgiving is here? Oh, man, holy crap. So, anyways, have a great Thanksgiving this week. Even if you don't celebrate it, happy Thanksgiving to you anyway. Uh, you know, First off, I want to talk to everybody about, I apologize about scaling back again to 2 games a week with a possible third every couple of weeks. This is the first week in over 2 years, I'd say in about 20, probably 27 months, 26 months or so, where I haven't totally been, worrying about this channel and YouTube for 7 days a week. This is the first time I feel so relaxed. And last week it was such a big weight lifted off of my shoulders and off of my chest to make this decision. I wanted to do it 4 months ago, and I really tried. But when you love doing something so much, you just don't want to change. And I could feel my health is going down. So that's why, guys, I made a decision last week to to actually follow through and make that decision. So once again, guys, I know everybody's not 100% happy about it, and I apologize, but still, 2 games a week, that's still going to be plenty enough to keep you guys entertained. And, I'm going to be doing other things as well. Things that aren't going to require 6 to 8 hours of prep time. So, once again, guys, I apologize. But thank you, everybody, for your support as well. I mean, it's been, the kind words have really made me be in awe over the last week for what everybody has been saying, and I really appreciate it. To go into that, I'll do the grab bag right now. So first, I have a guy. First off, there's one thing from the grab bag that I really like this week, and it was from a gentleman named 92928, and 92928 is pretty new, fairly new to Dungeons and Dragons. He had played Pathfinder, and he's now one of those new convertees to D&D 5th edition. And he wanted to know what kind of classes were out there, and that's how he found my channel, was through all of the new archetype breakdowns. Not only from the player's handbook, but from the couple archetypes, the Death Domain Cleric and the Oathbreaker Paladin from the Dungeon Master's Guide, and then the 12 new archetypes that are in the Sword Coast Adventures Guide. And he was really thankful, and he said, thank you for breaking these down for all of us. And he says, man, you really deserve a lot more subscribers and a hell of a lot more views than what you have to compensate for all the work and the love and the effort that you put into this. And he goes, I really do appreciate this, and I'm sure everybody else does. And that, stuff like that really makes me feel good, And then he goes on to even saying that you have the best and most expensive mechanics breakdowns of any other Dungeons and Dragons channel out there, and it makes it easy for us new players. And he says, I saw a couple people commenting on your forums, well, on the comments of YouTube, that Wizards of the Coast should hire you to be their virtual tabletop dungeon master, along with Chris Perkins. And he says, and plus, I seen everybody else call you on the comments section here the Chris Perkins of virtual tabletop gaming. Well, I'm like humbled that you even put me in the same sentence with Chris Perkins, but he is like the creme de la creme. He is up top. He is like who I try to strive to be like as a dungeon master, and have nothing but the utmost respect for Chris Perkins, and just to be mentioned in the same sentence with him is really flattering. Thank you very much. So that was a really nice comment. That was pretty much the one that I really like that one, and I want to let you guys see that. But to talk about for the rest of the grab bag, I mean, everybody from the comments of last week's this week. I mean, I was really down last week, guys, gals. I was really down. I mean, because I know that I love doing this, and I love doing it in such a capacity. And I felt like I let down players. I felt like I let down you guys, but you guys really have really kind of turned everything around for me. Everybody's like, you need to take care of yourself. Like Porco, Dragal, Mike Lane, Alan Lambert, Remchu, Frankie Webben, the runs, even the runs. The runs! He's been so quiet. He's been gone dealing with a lot of stuff with work and stuff. He's been gone for 6 months. He even came back to, show support. Stig came back to show support. So many good people. It's so humbling, and I love all you guys. And it was a hard decision to make, but it was one that not only I know I needed to make, but a lot of the other people that I know that hang out in TeamSpeak with me, like Worm and Misty, and my other players, and some people that don't even play. They even know that it's just too much for one person. And, it was really nice. I mean, Rob Plummer, Gemini Gamer, Iceman, so many people. Stacy, Lynx and Leatherlands, love you, man. You're always welcome to come back to a game. It's just been so nice to see all the positive things that everybody has said. And, I truly appreciate it, guys. And I'm not, it's like I said last week. It's not goodbye. I'm just not going to be doing D&D as much because of the amount of time that it takes. Because I want to do things, I try to do things the right way. And with only having 2 games going, the quality of these games are going to do nothing but go up. So it's like win-win. But there's a bad thing. I lost some players, which sucks. But anyway, that's pretty much the time that I'm going to spend on the grab bag. And like I said, everybody, I totally appreciate it. You guys make it worth doing. So the next thing I want to talk about is something huge. Today I looked at the tally for YouTube, and the channel hit over 1 million views today. Ding, 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 ding. I can't even play my sound bit. I wish I had it on, but over 1 million views on the YouTube channel, and like almost 7,000 followers. I will admit, I thought there would be a lot more views and a lot more followers by the end of the year, but I think with the newness of Dungeons and Dragons kind of wearing off, I think that's halted, all of the YouTube growth for Dungeons and Dragons. Anytime there's a big mainstream game coming out, it's always going to, inflate numbers, and it sure did, man. But I'll tell you what, 1 million views is crazy. I would have never thought I would have had a million views, but now, hey, there's no limit. So, but thank you guys, 1 million views. That's 9 million minutes watched. I did a lifetime on how many total minutes, and that's like 9,600,000 or 9,800,000 minutes watched. Crazy. Unbelievable. So the next thing I want to give a shout out to Poten. You guys know Poten in the Twitch channel. Poten has took it upon himself to help me out, and he basically took the Sword Coast Adventurer's Guide and he broke it down, and he made 20 character sheets, levels 1 through 20, for every single archetype. The Rage, the Rage Barbarian, everything. The Crown Paladin, the Purple Knight Fighter, every single archetype, all 12 archetypes, there are level 1 through 20 character sheets for. I've got the Barbarian up, and that's the project that I'm going to be working on mostly next week. That's going to be going on next week. A lot of website issues are going to be addressed. A lot of navigational issues, coloring issues. Hopefully by next week, the website will be done. I'm hoping. So, but all those new sheets will be up by next week. Also, that's going to lead to a bunch of changes on Twitch. I've got to change the schedule. I've got a lot of cosmetic stuff that I'm going to switch over there. I know I just did that a couple months back, but now that Zovia's made the new logo, I'm going to be switching everything to the new colors, which I really love the new logo. And I have a new animated logo coming too, which looks really good. So that's, I saw a sort of like a preview of it. Looks really awesome so far. So that'll be coming out also. That'll be in the videos and stuff. And thank you, Zovia, again. You are awesome, Zovia. And if you guys need any art, seriously, she is looking for commissions. So if you guys need any art made, if you need any kind of maps made, any kind of overlays, any kind of anything made, Zovia can make it. And contact me, and then I'll contact her with your information, and then she'll contact you. So she is looking for commissions, and she is a fucking awesome artist. And sorry to say the F-bomb, but she is an amazing artist. So, and I'm trying to get her hooked up with one of the other companies to where she can start doing cartography and stuff, because with someone with her talents, needs to be in the industry, seriously. So, all right, next, gonna talk about the Patreon changes. Next week, you'll start to see some changes. Now, as you guys know, I've been talking about the last years of my life since I was a kid. I've been creating my whole world. I have thousands of sheets of material. So I'm in the process of rereading all of this material. Some of it makes sense to me, some of it doesn't make sense to me, some of it I can't even read my writing from 20 years ago. So I'm trying to like break out my Ovaltine decoder and decode this stuff, but it's coming along slowly but surely. And I'm really excited, and my Patreon is going to reflect that. So I'm going to start doing basically weekly excerpts for Patreon. And if you are a person that is contributing on Patreon, you'll have access to all of this stuff to my world. So I'm in the process now of doing some legal stuff with it, and I'm also in the process of talking to three companies for licensing on a mechanics rule set for it. So hopefully I'll have more info for you within the next 2 weeks, but I'm going to be doing this quite a bit, and and writing is really easy. I can write, have a lot of stuff always on my mind, so I can always write figure outs, all kinds of things. So it's really easy to do that kind of stuff. So look for that. That's going to be on Patreon, and you guys will be able to have access to all that stuff if you're a Patreon supporter. So, and you'll eventually have everything that I put out. So, also, I want to talk about this week's schedule, which would be the last thing. Pretty much I've talked about everything. Website changes, Twitch changes, and it's all kind of now that I'm only planning for 2 games, you're going to see a lot more stuff happening. And I want to do a lot more stuff with the EXP, but just with having 4 and 5 games a week, it's hard to do anything, guys. I mean, it truly is. But now I'll have pretty much 5 days a week to plan on stuff. Get off of work, relax for a couple hours, and do this kind of stuff. I'm really looking forward to doing this. So, but anyways, the schedule for this week. Tonight I'm going to get on. Actually, last night I got on and did the last episode of Game of Thrones, Chapter 6. Dragon's Ice, I think it's called. Dragon's Breath or something like that. So that is actually just got done editing and re-rendering, so that'll be on YouTube tonight. It is uploading currently. You will also see last week's Rise of Tiamat game from Saturday. There was a lot of editing in that. I finally got that done. Sorry, guys. I know you guys have been wondering and asking for that, and I apologize, but that's going to be up as well. Tomorrow night at 8 p.m., I'm going to be doing a virtual reality tabletop game, and it's going to be pretty cool because I'm literally introducing my world to you guys. So if you're there tomorrow, you guys are gonna find out a little bit about the world that I've created. One little corner of the world that I've created, and you'll see that tomorrow. And it's going to be with Alt Space VR, and it's going to be virtual reality. So I'm excited about it. They sent me a GeForce 970. My GeForce 660 Ti's just weren't wouldn't turn on the VR because of the walls that have been built up inside of the minimum requirements for for the VR for the Oculus Rift. But everything's good to go. Tomorrow will be virtual reality time, so you guys will get to see the new Alt Space VR. It's a free app, and it's also sponsored by Wizards of the Coast. So I got hooked up through Wizards of the Coast to Alt Space, and it's been a pleasure to work with Jane and Mary and Bruce with Alt Space VR to do this, and I'm going to probably do a game a month for them for the foreseeable future. So that's going to be really nice, and when we play on the Alt Space VR, this is where you're going to get to see little tiny snippets of my new world that I'm creating. So we'll be playing 5e rules tomorrow, but I'm not too sure if my game probably will not be 5th edition rules. I may convert it to 5e, but there's 3 rule sets that I'm looking at right now, and that's the Cipher system, the Age system, and the Age system, the Cipher system, and Savage Worlds. So there's three systems and 3 licenses that I'm inquiring about. So I'm not sure which one I'm going to take yet, but I like all 3 systems. So, but I'll let you guys know more about that within the next couple weeks when I get all that legal stuff kind of hashed out. So, but anyways, Friday, guys. Well, actually Wednesday. That's going to be the new VR game. Well, that's only going to happen like once a month. So Thursday, I'm going to be playing Card Hunter and also some Sword Coast Legends. So I'll be playing both Sword Coast Legends and SCL. And then on Friday, yes, I finally got the Sword Coast Legends, or so Sword Coast Legends says. I have my account. I haven't tried it yet, but we'll see. Only took a month. Friday is going to be the 12-hour charity stream for Torquemada. You guys remember Torquemada? He passed away about a month ago, and he lost his battle with cancer. So Friday is going to be the 12-hour fundraiser. All of the money that is generated from that 12-hour fundraiser will go to Torquemada's family. I will be sending them a personal check, so there's no fees taken out for all these fundraiser websites, not out of the crap. I just want to send them a direct check to show his family, his wife, and his kids that we are thinking of them, and Torquemada was a big part of this community. He was one of the original people, one of the first probably 10 followers that I had, and it's sad to see him, really sad to see how he just went downhill. It really, really sucks, and I really like Torquemada. Alright, so Friday we're going to be doing 12 hours. We'll be going over like a lot of stuff. It'll be from noon to midnight Eastern Standard Time. Noon to midnight Eastern Standard Time. So if you got any extra pennies in your PayPal, if you got a couple extra bucks, guys, please, man, let's help Torquemada's family out, because I'm sure they could probably use the help. So what we're going to be doing Friday, I'll be going over all the different archetypes from the Sword Coast Adventures Guide, and then we're also going to be playing some Rise of Tiamat. We'll maybe be playing some 4th edition. It just depends on if the players can get together. I'm going to send them an email here tomorrow and see if anybody can play. But I know Worm's going to be out of town. I think he's going to Missouri. Missouri. I think he's going to Missouri for Thanksgiving. So we won't have Worm, but we'll have everybody else. So, but we do need to continue on with that. But Tiberius will not be there this week. So that'll be Friday. Saturday, hopefully we'll be able to follow up with another Rise of Tiamat game after that. So maybe we'll play Rise of Tiamat. If we don't, then I'll do some Sword Coast Legends or some more Card Hunter. And then on Sunday, we'll be playing Scales of War. And Scales of War is the 4th edition game. So, wow, I've been talking for like 19 minutes already. So, thanks guys again. That's it for this week. Thank you guys again for all of your nice words. Guys, I really appreciate it. It means the world to me. And, I want to continue to put games together and entertain you guys. And I'm really looking forward to showing you guys the world that I've created. And now that I'm going to have more time, I can actually work on that a little bit more and show you guys and present it to you. So thank you guys again. Please feel free to leave comments down below. If you haven't followed the channel, what the hell are you waiting for? Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and follow the Twitch channel. You'll get notifications on when I go live. So until next time, guys, I'll see you next week on the 30th. Ciao, babies.